What's up, everybody? This is Celeste the Best here at Hustle Hard Street Talk, and we are here with the beautiful Sevyn Streeter. What's up, baby girl?
Man, how you doing? I'm good.
I am good. You looking beautiful.
So are you.
I
Very
am
nice.
so excited. I have to say, I would have never knew that you were who you were the way you came in. You were so inviting. You came in early. Like most celebrities come in like 2-3 hours late. You were on time. You were so humble. You were like, oh no, I don't shake hands, I give hugs.
I'm a hugger. I can't even let everybody know me. Know I'm a hugger. I think that's just maybe a Southern thing. I'm not really sure. But I really appreciate all of y'all coming out. I really do, and listening to the EP and giving me your opinions. Like, it means a lot to me. Thank you.
We want to know, where did the name Sevyn Streeter come from?
Well, 7 is actually, it's my birthday. I was born at 7 months. I was an early baby, so I was born at 7 months on the 7th day of the 7th month. So my birthday is actually 7/7. My last name is Streeter. I get that from my daddy. Can't take no credit for that. It's my real last name, so yeah.
I also heard that you share your first name with me, which is Amber.
Oh, your name is...
Yes. So we both have the same first name. Yes. I did my homework. So your name is Amber Denise Streeter.
Yes.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So, and 7 is a heavenly number.
Yeah, but biblically it means perfection and completion. And I tell the story all the time that, when I was in like 2007, I swear to you, everything I prayed for, God gave me. So, it was it was a spiritual thing too. I just felt spiritually completed, and I just changed my name. So it's cool.
That is awesome. Now, you are also a songwriter. So how other artists have you wrote for them? And if so, who are the artists that you wrote for?
And I actually had the pleasure, aside from being signed to Chris Brown, I'm signed to Chris, aside from being signed to him, I actually had a chance to write with him for the last 5 years. So my first placement ever was a song called Yeah 3 Times. I went on to write, Wet the Bed with him, Strip with him, about 7 songs on Fame, 7 songs on Fortune, duets with him. I wrote Fine China with him, Next to You with him and Justin Bieber. I have some songs coming out on his new album that I actually had the pleasure of writing. So aside from Chris, that opened the doors for me to be able to write. I wrote a record for Ariana Grande called The Way. I wrote a record, Tamar Braxton single that's out right now. It's called All the Way Home. Kelly Rowland single that's out right now. It's called Gone. I just been, doing a lot of writing. Aside from that stuff, I've been writing my own stuff. So my record, It Won't Stop, right now, and it's the #1 record in the country, and that feels great. And I have, everybody in this room to thank. So thank you.
Now tell us about the EP that's coming out December 3rd.
Well, my EP, as y'all could tell while we were here, I'm extremely excited about it. It's called Call Me Crazy, and it's basically just talking about the cycle of a relationship, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, the ugly. And, I just felt like a lot of times in relationships, you feel like the person you with is acting a little crazy, a little psycho, a little crazy. But the person who's being called that feels like, what, well, call me crazy, but then you just lie to me about that, or call me crazy, but you broke a lot of promises. So when you listen to the EP, it kind of goes through and it breaks it down. So
who did you look up to that made you want to start singing and everything in the industry?
Ooh, so many. I used to love, and still do, but when I was younger, for real, my daddy has me on like tape. Janet Jackson I loved, absolutely. I used to be in the living room trying to dance like her. Love Janet. I love, I'm obsessed with the 90s. I love Aaliyah. I love 702. I love Jade. I love, 112 and Jagged Edge and Drew Hill. Like, I just love good music, so just a lot. I'm inspired by a lot. Like just vocal wise, I love gospel, artists. I love my Clark sisters. I love Donnie McClurkin, growing up. I loved Shirley Caesar, not to even take you back. I love the Canned Spirituals, like, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of all over the place with it.
Because you were on the Apollo.
Yes. When I was 10 years old, I did the Apollo. We're going to burn that tape. If we ever fight it, we're going to burn it.
When you first got your start, you were 10?
I started, it got really serious for me at 10. It got really serious for me. But I was actually, you know, this is my 3rd record deal, and I will scream that from the mountaintop. I tell whoever will listen, this is my 3rd deal. I was in 2 groups before this. I was in a group called TG4, and I was also in a group called Rich Girl, which actually led me to this group, led me to this phase of my life. So, yeah.
Or anyone that you would like to work with in the industry besides Chris Brown?
You know, actually, I say it all the time. There's so many great artists on my label, on Atlantic Records, that I would love to do records with. You know, I would love to do a record with B.O.B., with Bob. I would love to do a record with, you know, Bruno Mars and write something really cool with him. I would love to do a record with Wiz, you know, Khalifa. I'd love to do a record with T.I. I'm very country, so that just fit right on, you know, in there for me. Same thing with Bob. We all country, so it would be perfect. But I would love to just work with any of those guys. I think they're really, really talented.
Now, speaking of Chris Brown, is he on the next, you know, EP and album and all that?
He is on the EP because It Won't Stop is on the EP. So the remix for It Won't Stop, but he and I is on there. You know what? It's just, we have a great time. We just have a really great time. We vibe well. It's been, you know, 5 years we've been working together now, and he is just, he's amazing. He's more amazing than I think people will ever really get the pleasure to see, because, you know, working with him in a studio environment, everybody doesn't get to really see him, but he's such an amazing songwriter, and just his energy and his ideas, he's so creative. So I pick up things from him every time we work.
First of all, are you married?
No, I am so single. If I had a dollar bill, I'd pull it out, because that's how single I am. I learned at a very young age that, you know, this industry is just male dominated. It is what it is. And a lot of times, and for years now being in this industry, I'm the only female in the room a lot of times. And I learned very early on from watching other females make the mistake. You have to, you better choose wisely, you know what I mean? And be smart about it. And I just learned early on, like, you go in a studio, you go in there to work. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is for me. In terms of me and, you know, Chris's friendship, it has always been that, and it will always be that. We've always been really cool and both really respectful of each other, which is why here we are 5 years later, and we're still, you know, from Yeah 3 Times to Fine China, we're still working together. And I'm his artist now. He's on my single, so it's like we have a really great friendship. That's family to me.
What is your celebrity crush?
I'll be very honest about that. Let's see. There are a couple of them. Here lately, though, especially with it being football season, I will say Mr. Kaepernick, Colin from San Francisco. He's pretty cute. I think he's a cutie.
Okay, you heard that. Now you call her.
He's a cutie.
Steph Floss is cute, too. Steph Floss.
Steph Floss is cute.
Steph Floss is cute.
Steph Floss is very cute.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it here first. Sevyn Streeter is in the house. I'm so happy to be here. She is sexy. Single. She said she is single like a dollar bill. So get at her. Support the young lady. Hustle Hard Street Talk. Cleveland. We is in the house. Peace. Stay sexy. We out.